but briefly, to what degree do you think race was a driving issue in Virginia and around the country, given Republicans repeatedly focusing on critical race theory?
So, look, America, as you heard the president say before, is a great country. And great countries are honest, right? They have to be honest with themselves about the history, which is good, and the bad. And our kids should be proud to be Americans after learning that history. The president certainly is. Fundamentally, we believe a school's curriculum isn't a federal decision. It's rightly up to communities around the country, the parents, the school board, the teachers, and the administrators. And that means that politicians should be should not be dictating what our kids are being taught. But we also need to be honest here about what's going on here. Republicans are lying. They're not being honest. They're not being truthful about where we stand. And they're cynically trying to use our kids as a political football. They're talking about our kids when it's election season, but they won't vote for them when it matters. You know, Republicans did not vote for the American Rescue Plan. The American Rescue Plan, in that plan, it had funding to make sure that schools were open, to make sure that our kids got back to school. And they didn't vote for that. And that was a key component of the American Rescue Plan. We know how important it is to make sure that our kids have in-person learning for their mental well-being and also so that they can actually learn. And so that is something that the Republicans absolutely refused to vote for. So we got to be honest here, and they're not being honest. They're being incredibly dishonest. Steve?
Are you expecting a House vote this week on the Build Back Better plan? And what's the president doing behind the scenes? Is he talking to Senator Manchin? What's he up to?
So as far as timing of the bill, clearly the president supports Speaker Pelosi and is behind any timing she feels is right. The president has been in close touch with Speaker Pelosi and Leader Schumer, and there's strong agreement that we need to get these both done for the American people, as we've been saying, as soon as possible. We cannot wait here. The American people cannot wait. He has been in touch, as I mentioned, with both members of the chamber. He has not spoken to Senator Manchin, but our White House staff, my colleagues, have been in touch with him over the last couple of days.
And separately, the OPEC members are saying the United States has plenty of spare capacity to increase oil supply, help keep the economy going. Why is he not doing that? Why is he not increasing oil supply?
So the U.S. operates on a competitive free market system, as you know, Steve, and individual companies make their own decisions. OPEC Plus is a collection of countries that set supply levels themselves. They have the capacity and the power now to act and make sure this critical moment of global recovery is not impaired. And you know, to be clear, OPEC Plus production is what impacts global oil prices, which is what has an effect on gas prices at home.